Good morning, students. We've been looking into the aspects of economy, and not just Indian economy for that matter, but any economy or any society that wants to be an industrialized economy, a developed economy, and a prosperous economy. So, how do we do that? Once all that manufacturing is done, production is done, then we discussed last time that all that production, the product has to be also taken to the market. The market needs to be ready to receive all of that, and you should have the arrangements to ensure that it reaches the market. Otherwise, if it just everything that you produce lies within the factory, all your go downs, no one makes anything, you don't make any money. On the contrary, you lose enormous amount of money. Now, some of the very important lifelines of any economy, any society, not just India for that matter, it starts with roadways. We saw that how important roadways were, that apart from railways and airlines, of course, but the roads are present everywhere. The most easy thing to come up with, it starts the moment you step out of your house, you would find a road and you can make the best use of it. Okay, and people make different uses of that road. The transporters would use it in a certain sort of way. You and I use it in a different sort of way, and different people use it in a different sort of way, but it can be used for great economic merit, and a lot of people actually use it. Now, in India, coming to this paragraph, the second paragraph, we had last time seen why the advantages of road transport, which we had covered yesterday. In India, roads are classified in the following six classes according to the capacity. Look at the map of the national highways and find out about the significant role played by by the roadways. Students, what the map that we are talking about is this one. This is a very important map. Questions always are asked in the examination referring to this map, and it shouldn't come to you as a surprise when we also ask certain questions from this map. Okay, but some of the very important ones, let's take one by one. We just touched that. Golden quadrilateral superhighways. Now this is something which is not very old. Okay, it started, government of India had quite late realized that yes, the importance of connecting all the major cities, and of course the 4 points of India, the four metropolitan the traditionally the four metropolitan cities of India, that is Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, and Madras. And this is what it does. Project linking Delhi, Calcutta, Madras, and Bombay, and Delhi by 6-lane superhighways. The north-south corridors linking Srinagar, that is Jammu and Kashmir, and Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu, and east-west corridor connecting Silchar in Assam and Porbandar in Gujarat are part of this project. The major objective of these superhighways is to reduce the time and distance between the mega cities of India. These highway projects are being implemented by the National Highway Authority of India (NHAI). National highways. Now, national highways link extreme parts of the country. These are the primary road systems and are laid and maintained by the Central Public Works Department. A number of major national highways run in north south and east west directions. The historical Sher Shah Shuri Marg is called the National Highway number 1 between Delhi and Amritsar. Guys, you have to understand that Sher Shah Shuri Marg, in fact, not just starts from New Delhi. You have to understand that you must have studied, I don't know if you have, the great ruler Sher Shah Suri. He was actually born in Bihar, and he started the Grand Trunk Road. He is the one who started the Grand Trunk Road right from the present day Bengal to Pakistan, the present Pakistan, till Peshawar. So something he could conceptualize, he could understand the importance of roads 500 years ago. Because Sher Shah Shuri was in 16th century, students, and he did it almost 500 years ago. Even then, he understood the importance of roads in the development of a society, in the development of trade and commerce, and in the wealth of the kingdom. Okay, So that is the Sher Shah Suri Marg is called National Highway Number One between that is to commemorate him, and the state highways road linking the state capital with different headquarters are known as state headquarters, district headquarters are known as state highways. These roads are constructed and maintained by the state public works department, that is PWD, in state and union territories. District roads, these roads connect the district headquarters with the other places within the district. These roads are maintained by the Zilla Parishad. The other roads, the rural roads which link rural areas and villages with towns, are classified under this category. You would see it all across Uttarakhand and in other states also, which you would visit. That the rural roads, but these are definitely maintained by state governments as well as students, the central government. Earlier it was state governments, but then the government of India felt that the aspirations of people had gone up. Now even the villagers want a pakka road in their village. It is not just now about the tuta futa road and the some kind of which is just mud and nothing else, and you call it a road. Now the villagers would not buy that. Now even they want cemented solid roads which can stand the vagaries of weather, which can facilitate their the movement of their bikes and now even cars for that matter. So government of India has also started contributing enormously to the roads within the villages of different states under the Pradhan Mantri, some Sadak Yojana or Gramin Yojana, something or the other, which if you now that has completely transformed the road network within even our villages. Earlier, the roads you would find only connecting between different major districts and towns, and even those roads were not in good condition. But now, even the interior of India, the interior villages of India of different states, right from Tripura to Manipur to, for that matter, Rajasthan and Maharashtra and Gujarat, if you go there, you would see that enormous amount of progress and development has happened when it comes to the connectivity, connecting different roads and connecting different villages, connecting different villages to different towns, the nearby towns. Great amount of work has been done over the last 10-15 years. Okay. Now, border roads. Apart from these border roads organization, the government of India undertaking constructs and maintains roads in the bordering areas of the country. Students, if you watch television these days, you will understand they all talking about Chinese incursion in border areas of India, and that is precisely the reason why the Chinese are angry, because we have started constructing, the border road organization has started constructing a lot of roads in the border areas. Earlier, these areas were neglected, and the Chinese always felt that yes, we can actually, these areas we can actually control whenever we want, because the Indians are not paying any attention to these areas. So those areas were more or less, there was the status was kind of uh, not confirmed, not fixed. The Chinese thought it belonged to them, so it was not very sure. But now, after Indian government started constructing, the border road organization started conducting surveys and started construction of the roads, then the status of these areas was no more uh, 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 you know there was no ambiguity in this, that now these areas belonged to whom. And that is the reason also the Chinese are extremely angry, and then they want to kind of browbeat us into submission. Roads can also be classified on the basis of the type of and that is the reason, students, you also have to understand that these roads, because they have to be constructed in very inhospitable areas, the construction of roads in these areas is extremely difficult compared to what you would probably see encounter between Roorkee and Dehradun and Mussoorie. Those kinds. Dehradun to Mussoorie is still an engineering challenge, but yes, Mussoorie to Dehradun to Roorkee or Ponta Sahib is not a great engineering challenge at all. But then the Border Road Organization, the projects that it undertakes in these inhospitable areas, extremely cold areas, which are open to uh, snow and incessant rains all the time, it is not easy. So, roads can also be classified on the basis of the type of material used for the construction, such as metalled and unmetalled roads. Metalled roads may be made of cement, concrete, or even bitumen of coal. Therefore, these are all-weather roads. Unmetalled roads are out of use in the rainy season. India still has a great amount of unmetalled road, but then that is changing, as I just mentioned. That the maximum amount of areas are in maximum amount of areas the roads are now being converted into metal roads because the aspirations of people have gone up. Now they do not accept some kind of a patchwork, some kind of digging, and then you choose to call, just you remove a bit of vegetation from there and you choose to call that a road. Even the villagers now don't accept them as roads anymore. So road density, the length of road per 100 square kilometer of area, is known as the density of roads. Distribution of road is not uniform in the country. Density of all roads vary from only 12.14 kilometers in Jammu and Kashmir to 517.77 kilometers in Kerala. That is, these are very old data, almost 10 years old, with the national average of 142 uh, kilometers. Road transportation in India faces a number of problems. Keeping in view the volume of traffic and passengers, the road network is inadequate. About half of the roads are unmetalled, and this limits their usage during the rainy season. Not just the rainy season, students, even throughout the year, it is never convenient. The national highways are inadequate also. Moreover, the roadways are highly congested in cities and most of the bridges and culverts are old and narrow. However, in recent years, fast development of road network has taken place in different parts of the country. So everything is students happening at the same time. Our roads are crumbling, the old ones are crumbling, but the new ones are getting made. Okay, now it is just about the pace of the construction of new roads should just outmaneuver and outpace the crumbling of roads, and only then it can work. Okay, because there are a lot of roads which in India, which where definitely there are roads, but they are in very poor conditions and need urgent attention, urgent repair. All that is needed, but of course at the same time the government has been spending hundreds and thousands of crores in the construction of new roads. That is also a reality. Now, coming to the other very important facet of communication in terms of carrying of goods and services and human beings, of course, traditionally has been railways. After roads, of course, it has been, yes, railways. Uh, the length of railways are the principal mode of transportation for freight and passengers in India. Railways also make it possible for people to conduct multifarious activities like business, sightseeing, pilgrimage, along with the transportation of goods over long distances. Apart from an important means of transport, the Indian Railways have been a great integrating force for more than 150 years. Students, you have to understand that railways essentially, there's no shame in admitting the fact that railways have been a gift of British to India. We might choose to take the path of political correctness by saying that British did it for their own benefit. That is a very convenient and an easy way of putting it. But railways, the British have made enormous contribution when it came to the construction of railways in India, and India was one of the very very early recipients of railway technology uh, because of the initiative that was taken by the Britishers. Thank you.